Hi guys, Maki here. So I kind of want to start documenting and just recording some videos for what I'm doing here. I don't know if it's going to be weekly or monthly or bi-weekly, but I think it needs to be done. It's a cool project that I've been doing for the past 9 months now. If you don't know me, I guess you will. So let's get started, Here we are. We are at the Sycamore State Theater. Concessions, lobby, a couple theaters here. But yeah, I purchased this building with my mother and father and wife a couple months ago, and it's a 3-screen cinema. We do new releases. But yeah, it's been very fun. We got 3 screens. One's a 200-seater, one's a about 150, and the other one's 150. This is the biggest one here. I'll turn the lights for you. But it's kind of weird how it came across. I was kind of looking for a restaurant in the area to purchase, or not in the area, but in the Chicago area. And my broker said, hey, there's a theater here. And he knows that in the past I've done some community theater, some theater in college, and, want to do comedy and stuff like that. I was looking for a spot for a comedy club potentially, so... yeah, that was the plan. But the thing is, this is not just a movie theater. We purchased the whole building, and the whole building has 5 apartments upstairs. It has a small taco shop to the left here, and then it has an empty spot for a restaurant, which is what we're going to be, putting in. So out here is the Old Pantry Cafe, and that's what I'm working on today, is this spot right here. Here's the front of the building, taco shop. Apartments, downtown Sycamore, stuff like that. So today's goal, the main goal for the next month, 2 months, hopefully less than 2 months, is to get this place up and ready. So I'm very behind on a lot of things, but it's okay. All it does is just work. So we're putting in a Greek restaurant here. My family's background is restaurants. My background is restaurants. So yeah, we're going to put in a more authentic Greek place that my father's always wanted, I feel. This will be his 11th restaurant altogether. So we're getting new lights put in. We're getting new ceiling tiles, which I have to order. We're getting chairs have been ordered. Tables are still going to figure it out. But yeah, this is what I'm doing for the next month or so. Kitchen area's back here. We cut this wall in half. We're turning this wall right here. We're going to put plants in the middle spot there, and terracotta bricks off the top, kind of make it feel like we're in Greece. My dad was born there. I've been there multiple times. My dad was born on an island and moved here to Canada when he was 13 and Chicago when he was 15. So it's going to be called The Village, kind of, an homage to my father's heritage and my grandmother's cooking, my mother's cooking that she learned from my aunt's cooking and my sisters and all that. So here's the kitchen. Pretty good size. Ordering equipment soon. Some of the stuff is staying, some stuff is going. But overall, I think it's going to do fine. We've got a hood system already in place here. I have chairs and tables along this bench here. Kind of a counter area in the front there. Spot for bathrooms. Now, it's very weird because normally in restaurants you have a spot where you go from the kitchen directly to the back of the restaurant. And in here, there's not. So we're going to be walking past customers with whatever prep items we have, past the bathrooms, unfortunately, into this back area here. Here we are. We have a couple fryers that need to be cleaned and put in place, but we got mop sink, prep sink, 3 compartment sink, hand sink, storage, and it's this cool little door back here is for a furnace. That's it. But this interesting little step here that goes up to this tiny area here where we've had a cot for my ill father just bumped my head. I'm about 6'1", and it's tight in here, very, very tight. But it's going to be a great. They had it as an office before. I think we're going to use it just for dry storage because I have an office in the theater that I'm going to be working on it mainly. But yeah, it's very, very tight, but it's going to be great for just dry storage, paper products, stuff like that. We have the nice kitchen tile back here. No walk-in cooler or freezer though, but what we're gonna be doing is lining this area back here with probably a 3-door cooler and 2-door freezer. Should be just enough room. A bunch of stuff here that's gotta get out and get away. I'm not gonna do a full tour of the building today unless people want it. Maybe I'll do that, but back door here leads to the back area here. We have the exit doors for the theater. Some people out back there. The basement area down there that we're gonna be putting some stuff in today, hopefully. That was one of my tenants out there. I need to talk to her about some things. But yeah, it's been an interesting road so far. I saw the building in December, I think. It took a while to get the deal done. And I just feel very fortunate, very thankful that I was able to do this. I've been looking for something different in life, and now I have the opportunity. So hopefully within the next 6 months to a year, my plan is to put a live theater in one of the movie screens, kind of adapt it and put a live stage in there and get some stuff, whether it's live performances, whether it's bringing comedians, bring in a bunch of different acts, talent, singers possibly. I mean, it's just a great, great old building. It was built in 1925. 1925. It was started out as a 900-seat theater. It's in a great town, great school. My wife and I are renting a townhouse currently, but it's a great community, great schools. They've been very supportive so far. So the main thing is just work. I have so much on my plate Now, when we got the deal, the movie theater wasn't running because of COVID, but eventually it was still fully operational. Everything was still there and whatnot. So we took over that, and the goal was to get that started up and running. We got that going July 9th for Black Widow. And kind of adjusting period over the past month and a half, getting all the kinks worked out. I had a lot of problems with the POS system I had to get worked out. And now we're kind of at the point where COVID may be coming back a little bit, so preparing for that. But I'm at the point now where I can probably almost dedicate all of my time to this project here. It's been the main issue that I'm dealing with is my father is very, very ill with cancer, and he wants to see this place open before something happens to him. So the goal is to spend all my time, energy, and mental capacity getting this place done. But I think it's a great spot. I was really upset with it at first. We wouldn't have taken this spot if we were just looking for a restaurant, because it's not the biggest. And for what we're doing, we'd really like some outside seating and some other things. But as far as like a package deal, it's great. It's you can't beat it, I mean, as far as being able to put a restaurant that we've wanted into a theater like this and have both things right next door, both of my passions, you'd say, But this whole area from the kitchen to the back is a pain. There's no walk-in coolers. The floor is kind of bumpy here. We were kind of put in tile, but for the cost and time, we figured to save them. These floors aren't too bad, but if you can't tell, there's a big dip. It rolls down and then it stops. But for the most part, the structure's pretty solid, and it's gonna work. I mean, you just gotta adapt. We were deciding on whether we were going to do waiters and waitresses or casual service like we normally do, and I think we decided that we're going to do a combination of both, sort of, where the cashiers kind of handle the serving of the food. We bring out the food, but we don't go back to the table unless they request us. We don't take tips at the table, so I think overall it's going to be a great little spot. We got a lot of great plans for it. We got paint picked out over here. We got decor picked out. We have a lot of different things looking to go here. So we're gonna have kind of reddish ceiling tiles. We're going with 2x2 because this is like when you have the 2x4s like this, it feels like an office setting. So these lights, we got these great lights. I'll turn the light for you. They look great with the light on. They're not your typical style drop ceiling lights. But whenever you have a drop ceiling, it gives that office feel, and we didn't like that. So we put in these different architectural toffer lights, I think they were. I think they look great once they're all installed and LED and whatnot. And we're actually gonna take these 2x4 tiles and we're gonna chop them in half with these dividers and place 2x2s and then paint the grid to match. So it'll kind of give a different feeling than, like I said, an office environment. So, but yeah, there's a lot to do. Our plan is to put a nice big mural of the island over here, or from the beach where my dad, grew up most of his life, the beginning of his life, and where my aunts are, and where all my family's been and loves, so tables here, tables there, seated bench with tables there. We're gonna do beer and wine eventually. We still gotta work the kinks out and deliveries and whatnot. So, but yeah, and the goal is to do great Greek food. That's gonna be our plan. We're gonna work real hard to make the best Greek food we can and the stuff that we grew up with. So, that's it for today. If you're watching this, thank you. I appreciate it. Follow along. If you have any advice, tips, ideas for anything, let me know. And if you want to see something else specifically, I'm sure, I'll do a tour of the projector rooms and how that works and dealing with those issues, and maybe a full detail of the basement that I want to put a comedy club in. Yes, a comedy club. There's a tight space down there. I think it'll work though. I think it'd be a really cool nitty-gritty underground little place. So yeah, check in. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.